Hello, people. Today is Saturday, May 24th, and it's middle of the day, and I'm making a video. And I'm not sure really what I will say. Maybe a bunch of nothing, or maybe something will pop out that'll do somebody some good. I don't know. I know that I need to get with the program, and I know I keep saying that over and over again. Like I need to get up and be disciplined and go take care of like a hot rag on my face and something. I'm not really sure myself. I mean, I know moisturizers are good, but they're also, I don't know, because we definitely don't want chafed and dry and breaking skin, do we? Brittle stuff. And then as you get older, I don't know if it's just getting older or if it's the diabetes. Diabetes causes severe dry skin. And that's not just outside skin. I mean, everything can be severely dry. And that ain't cool. Not at all. So, if they've got cures for all these things, I sure wish they'd let us have them. You know, there's just a bunch of, like I said the other day on a video, hooey dooey. I just don't know. And actually, you do know. Anything that's too good to be true must be not true. But it's not always the case. It's just that the odds are against you. Millions and billions of people. I know I'm exaggerating. I don't know. I have a clue. I don't know how many people are on this planet at any one given time, because that's always turning over. All the new babies and all the people dying and going on to the next world. Catch a bus, magic bus. That magic bus. Now that is a trip because that just came out of my head. I want it, I want it. Well, you can't have it. But it just seemed to fit, catch that magic bus, one that's taking you to the next world. You've left your body and maybe it is magical, because you're just a spirit. Are you a spirit that's just like I always thought, or are you a spirit like Jesus Christ? It must be like I thought. He saw Jesus, and he was a spirit. And it seems to me that he told about, I want to say, molecular structure. I wonder if I could even find it. I know it's an ether, and it's not right in the very beginning of ether, but the brother of Jared is having this relationship with Jesus. Okay, he's been going to Jesus and praying, um, going to pray to God, actually, the Father, for them to be able to keep their languages together because they're at the Tower of Babel and the languages have been confounded and it's a mess. I don't know if they were warned ahead of time, but Jared, who ends up being, the leader of the Jaredites, his brother, don't know his name. And I'm not sure if they actually tell it somewhere. If we find out what his name is, it just seems to me that he had a name that was too hard to pronounce. And he was just always referred to as the brother of Jared. Now, I don't know if that's a true statement. I mean, it's plausible, right? The brother of Jared. So anyway, he was the mouthpiece. And what ended up being the Jaredites started out just being Jared and his brother. In other words, they built a tribe, and they were called the Jaredites because Jared was the leader. So they followed Jared, all those that were allowed. So, okay, the brother of Jared prayed that they could keep their language together, that they'd be able to communicate. And it was granted. And then he's going, oh, wow, well, we've got friends. So we got family and we got friends. And then our friends have family and friends. And so they, through probably a series of different times of praying, nevertheless, they were allowed to pull in other people. And then God took them away from there to over here. And I'm not sure which one went where. If the Jaredites went to North America and Lehi and his family went to South America, I don't know if that's really how that played out now. Because, like I said, my memory is not always so great. But I did find it interesting when I was reading it because I never knew. I do know that where the Book of Mormon, where the golden plates were hidden in a mountainside, that was in New York. The Hill Cumorah. I want to say Palmyra. I don't know if Palmyra's in New York. Anyway, it's just a name that comes out from church history somewhere. But on Hill Cumorah, if I'm remembering right, I mean, if I have it right in my head, okay, there were a bunch of plates deposited there, hidden there. And there was major, what I'm thinking, it might have been those major wars that were going on at the end of the Book of Mormon. I was reading to you guys about, okay, there's a little book inside the Book of Mormon that is called the Book of Mormon. Okay, in that little book, there's only 9 chapters. And Mormon, he's got a big old history, okay, starting from, I guess, before this life, whatever. I mean, I'm sure I could go back into the next one, but he took care of records. And when he was at the age of 10, he was singled out by this man. I don't know who he was, but I know he was a man of God anyway. But he told him, he says, I perceive that you are a sober child. And he told him to observe the people, observe what was going on, but not to try and preach to these people. See, he's only 10 at this time, but this guy must have been able to see. Plus, he was probably guided by the Spirit. And those who have the spirit of prophecy, especially who have the priesthood and have great faith or whatever, I don't know how to exactly describe what I'm trying to say, but they can be a seer. They could see into Mormon's future. And he was told not to preach to these people because it would be for naught, and it would probably cause him to lose his life. Same reason Lehi and his family left Jerusalem, because he was out there preaching it. They were getting ready to kill him. So anyway, so this is when he's 10. This is Mormon, okay, the guy who abridged the records from all time, from Adam on down, because I'm going to say we because I feel like I'm a part of that Book of Mormon anyway, one way or another, because I'm trying to spread it. So what was I trying to say about that? I don't know. I lost it. But I was amazed that I was fixing to say we, because I'm including me in what that book. Okay, so I kind of got carried away down a few paths there because I was talking about the two different groups of people that came over here and where they landed. And then I was talking about that Hill Cumorah. And I was also talking about Mormon being a leader of armies. I don't know if I got that part out. At 16, they had him leading the armies because of his large stature. 16 years old, going into battle. Not the kind, I don't want to be in any battle, okay, but I mean, barbaric type of things. Probably not instant killing, maybe it took a little while, I don't know, but they sure slaughtered people. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people in a day. All these different armies fighting, and I bet you it was over there on that hill. Because, I never knew. There's I don't know if they're still doing it, but there's a pageant. There was a pageant every year at the Hill Cumorah. And I just figured it was something to do with finding the Book of Mormon, because that's where it was up there. But no. I mean, I don't know if part of that was there, but what they were doing was reenacting the battles that were there. So I don't know. I haven't ever been to one of the pageants. Now, see, that would be cool. And I'm here on the East Coast. I wonder if that's a possibility. I wonder if they're still doing that. Because no, I went on trips with Mom and Dad across the country, and we would go and stop at different places that had to do with church history. The different places that the Mormons stopped and stayed. But anyway, the Hill Cumorah has to do with a lot of things, because that big old battle was going on there. I bet you anything. I'm going to have to go look that up. And, there's a place. I don't know what kind of show it is that talks about strange phenomenon or whatever. Maybe that's not what I'm trying to say, but there's a place somewhere. Let's see, knowing that I'm out here now, out on this neck of the woods, but probably in further, hills, mounds of bodies. They found mounds and mounds of skulls and bones and stuff. Wow, it's from that battle. Anyway, that was way before Joseph Smith. Okay, that was during the time of the Book of Mormon, which was during the time of Jesus Christ, 600 years before Christ, and 421 or 26 after Christ is the time frame of the people doing the writing and stuff. However, I mean, I've got to go through a whole lot of stuff, because those brass plates came from the time of Adam and Eve, and there's words of Isaiah in there. And I don't know who all else in there, but it's from Adam and Eve's time on down. And then they left that area 600 years before Christ, so it would be until that particular time. And then they took those records with them when they went out into the wilderness, and then got to the waters and built their ship and crossed the waters. There was only one ship, I think. But I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure. The Jaredites they had to both built their ships, okay? I believe ship is correct for Lehi and his sons, and Ishmael and his daughters, and a couple of extra people. There was a servant. Ishmael might have had a servant, and Laban had the records and he wouldn't give them up. And so through a series of events, they had to get the record. And I don't know if God said it to him, who told him to do what, but like through a series of events, because they tried to get the records by giving up their gold and everything. And then Laban just says, well, I'll just take your gold and I'll keep the records too. So anyway, they left, and then they decided to come back. And I don't know if it was just Nephi that came back. It was something about God not giving him something to do that he wouldn't make a way for him to do it. And that was to get those records. So when he went back to get the records and stuff, he found Laban drunk, way drunk. And then I don't know who told him to do what, but he was told to cut off his head. He said that it is better that one man die than a nation in unbelief. And so the thing is, in those records are the covenants of God. All kinds of things that's been passed down through history were in those brass plates, and they had to get them and take them with them. And so I do not believe that it says somewhere in the Book of Mormon this book is the brass plates, but I do believe that things were taken out of the brass plates and put in there. So I guess I'm going to have to keep reading. I just need to get back to my Book of Mormon instead of all this other stuff. And what did I do? I started on First Nephi, but I know I didn't get very far. And I read all of Third Nephi. That's really important. If you guys ever just want to sit and listen, you can look it up. Just remember, anything you want to look up on my channel, a lot of times you can just put the date. You can put a date, and if, I don't know for a fact, but if they want you to do it exact, as the way I did it, the date-wise, I use numerals, in other words, numbers, and so like, we'll say, you can tell, but I would put the month number, and then I would do, it's probably that way for you, that way for me, that /, okay, and then I would put another number, and then another / and another number. So that's your month, date, and year. The year probably has, I'm not sure if it has 2024, if it just has like 24 or 23 or 25. I just started my channel in July of 23. So what I'm trying to say, I'll try to get there, is that if you just wanted to take a stab in the dark, starting with July 16th, 2023, forward, just type in a date using the numbers and the /, and then put on lose touch, and that would be LOU_S space TOUCH. Put that in your search bar, and then anything that I put up that day will show up, or it should. Now, sometimes I don't do something every day. Sometimes I did something every day. Sometimes I did more than one thing in a day. But see, I put the date there looking, and I've had 3 or 4 things pop up that I had put up that day. So that's one way to do it. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you like for me, if I get on there, I can go to where I'm at right now, and then I can. The only thing they're letting me sort by is the oldest or the most viewed. No, not the oldest, because I want to go to the oldest. It would be the most recent or the most viewed videos. And so then there's, every once in a while, they've let me, in other words, I'll hit the sort button and it'll let me choose the oldest. And that's what I would like to be able to do. I'd like to go back to the oldest and just hit start. And then have it play them all. I don't know how to do that, and I haven't really tried, but I'm just saying if you guys could do that, that would be a good thing. It would. But I've put it on the TV, on YouTube, and I've put my channel on there, Lose Touch, and then I click on it, and then it'll just play random videos, one after the other, but they won't be the oldest. You know, it might randomly do that, but my point is, in the very beginning, I was reading my papers, and then I was talking about my papers. And I did some good videos, I think. But it's all a matter of opinion. I was with Dad. See, I went home. I was trying to go with Nancy to Dallas, and I was going to catch a plane there and go see Jessica and the kids. But I was trying to be nice too. I mean, it was a two-way deal. I was trying to give her company for that long drive. You shouldn't be driving by yourself that far, just like I don't want to drive that far. And she was going clear to Dallas from Seattle. But anyway, so I got dropped off in Colorado with for 5 weeks, I believe, with my estranged husband. But while I was there, I had my little separate trailer that I lived in, and I mean, and we did okay. But you know, things are different. We were married, we are not married. And so some of those habits are, you think you can just walk in when you really shouldn't do that. But anyway, he did okay. So we were staying in separate trailers. But it was all a matter of, we were doing that before. The trailer I was staying in was one I stayed in when I was blind. So I was able to see. Wasn't able to see, but I knew the trailer. So I knew by how many steps it would take. I know which direction, what I'm going to find. Okay. And I didn't have to go very far. So I just did a little triangle. We had a hide-a-bed, so the bed was always pulled out. I sat on the side of the bed, or I sat on the bed. And then if I got off the bed, I just, to my left is the kitchenette and then the fridge and all that stuff. And then if I get to where the cabinet is and the fridge and all that, then to the right is going to be, if I go a little ways, that's going to be the bathroom. Still wasn't easy. How horrible not to be able to see. That's another thing we take so for granted. Anyway, I don't know why I got off on that subject except for that trailer. Definitely was a very good investment because it afforded me a place to live. It afforded me a place to be in a very confined area when I could not see. I had to learn how to use a remote control, and then still I didn't, because everything kind of come on me at once. It's like, oh my. But it was wonderful the day they did that surgery, and I saw it was like a crackling. You know, they were taking this stuff off. I don't know how they did that, but it was like a crackling. You know, glass breaking. I don't know how to describe it. My eyesight before it went totally bad was doing some, I want to say, kaleidoscope designs. Designs were just changing, you know, like, and it, this is something strange. What is that called? A mandala. I used to draw these things when I was young. And it was because I wanted to draw and I wanted to use the color and I liked how it looked and and I was young. You know, I was probably in before the 6th grade or something, but I was drawing like a flower. Okay, so I had a stem, but I started in the middle of the page or up more towards the top besides the middle, because what's going to happen is I'm going to put a design. I'm going to put a triangle, or I'm going to put a loop-de-loo or whatever, but I'm going to go all the way around this beginning thing. And as I go out, then you put little diamonds off of it, and then you close that together and stuff, and then you color them all these different same designs get the same color. And anyway, I believe that the Good Witch, when she was giving her class, was telling about making a mandala. I don't know if it was a mandala, something, but I think it was more for meditation purposes. You just, you know, it's like a peaceful thing, like some people that do needlepoint or crocheting or whatever. They're doing something keeping their hands busy. So maybe it could be a form of meditation, but this is a drawing and it is so pretty. And she was doing that with these college students, and she was talking about it. So, trip. I did that when I was way young for fun. It was just a fun thing to do, to color and draw and all that. But it didn't take a lot of talent. Just, you know, making a design and then repeating it all the way around, and then making another design and repeating it all the way around. So I could do that. My mother would do crossword puzzles or word search things. So that's another thing a person could do with their mind, I guess. But also reading of the scriptures is another thing. If you find that you've lacked in that area, maybe there's something you might want to know in there. I don't know. I would like to find a simple way to share that's enjoyable and interesting, to share with those people who do not know, who have no clue who Jesus Christ really is. Tripping, way tripping. Now, right now, I've been talking a while, right? 28 minutes. I should probably try to go for half-hour periods of time. And I do wish that the wind would stop. It's been rainy and windy. So I'm looking forward to some sun, but the problem is the sun's going to hit us. I have a hard time controlling my mind. I do have a lot of things going on inside here, like the fact that that grass has got to get cut over there in Downs, and it's 1,500 miles away. I'm not sure that's just rounding it. It might be more. because it seems like I did look it up. And I didn't ever look up the one from Downs to Salina. I need to find out how far that is. I mean, because if I did end up needing to, that's just if I did. Nice to have a house to go to, and a place to go home to that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg because you already own it. But it is a long ways away. But but the fact of the matter is, it's worth a lot more fixed up than it is in its condition. Its current condition is not good. It's been alone for 10 years. And then we had a hole cut in the back door for the dogs to get in and out of. And when we were there, you know, we had like a towel or something, and we might even had a partial of a rug, something to cover that hole. So the dogs could go in and out, but then there would be something to block the wind and the rain, the snow. Anyway, we had puppies, and they're German Shepherds, and puppies grow fast. So we had a grown-up male and 2 females that were German Shepherds. Beautiful dogs. And then we had 2 litters of puppies. They were like 8 weeks apart, but still they were puppies. And I believe we sold 1 puppy out of each litter. Our location wasn't the best. Our dogs were, however, very good dogs. And people did drive. There was people that drove from Denver to Kansas to get a dog. And then we ended up moving to Denver area. I mean, where the property is over close to Denver. But anyway, there's wonderful things going on in my family. And I'm glad about that. I'm glad to be on this side of the woods, to be close by, to be able to see babies, or 1 baby. Tyler's girlfriend is going to have a baby. She's got a cute little baby bump. Not so little. She's got a nice rounded baby bump. I'm not exactly sure how far along she is, but she's due around September 20th. I'll be my first great grandbaby. Anyway, and then my Carly is getting married. July 5th. Really not that far away when you look at it. I mean, we're on the last week, pretty near the last week of May, and then we've got June, and then there you are, first week of July. But so that's an exciting thing. That's an exciting time. I hope it is. It should be anyway. But it's so exciting. Okay, so I'm going to be excited no matter what. Happiness shall prevail. What was that? I was telling you guys about a story. Not a story, but I gotta put my glasses on, doggone it. I don't know what I was trying to say. I was talking about a story, but Oh, this one. Turn on your light so you're not in the dark. Okay. I'm not going to go ahead and read the whole thing, but I told you guys about it the other day. It's called Turn On Your Light So You Are Not in the Dark. So if you wanted to read it, and it wouldn't be read it, what you would do if you wanted to hear me read it to you and then tell you about it, you would look that up. Turn on your light so you are not in the dark. And then you would put on, lose, touch. And you do that in the search bar and click it, and then this paper should show up. All right, so I'm going to read you the first paragraph and the last sentence or two. Okay, so the turn on your light so you're not in the dark. I says, I just made that statement to my daughter. Now my mind, being the way it is, said, listen, what did you just say? This sentence in its so simple form is quite profound and one of the keys to obtaining heaven here on earth. I am going to tear this sentence apart to see if you can understand what I mean. Okay, so then what I did was I took all these things apart from the sentence and then gave them meaning. And so then at the bottom, I've got, it says, now, if we seek to arouse that which is good, and then I've got a colon, 2 dots, and then a parentheses. Knowledge of our purpose we shall find. And that's the end of the parentheses. If we turn on the light, we will not be in the dark. Happiness shall prevail. A little piece of heaven here on earth. And peace is spelt P-E-A-C-E. Peace. But there's a bunch of words in between all that. Because I took and I wrote light and I put a meaning to it, and I put dark and I put a meaning to it, and I put turn on and I put a meaning to it, and darkness and put a meaning to it, and light again, and then positive attitude. And I'm losing my voice. Positive attitude. Be aware of what is. You must be a realist, but also have an open mind to try and seek understanding of what you don't know. Observe, experience, and analyze. Keep that which is good. Discard that which is negative. Satan is in the height of his glory where contention resides. His task on this earth is to tempt, persuade to the negative, to get you lost in the dark. When lost in the dark, unless you can bring yourself into the light, you will not achieve our Father's glory, and you may suffer a lot lesser existence for the eternities. Satan is a leader, and a sly, cunning fellow he is. Seek for good, love God, and disregard those things which cause depression. That was the paragraph right before I finished the thing. Nevertheless, really good. Really, 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 really good. I didn't do that. Let's see, this one, that's 3 beings within. I should redo that. And I've got one called Listen to the Still Soft Voice. Then one called Powers of God Gives Unto His Children. One called I Wonder When My Day Will Be. And a 2-page paper that says to be poor is to be rich. Then we've got Appreciation of Blessings. It's an analogy, and it was typed up June 1985. And then For a Better Look at My Present, I just saw another gnat. You would almost think it's a floater, but it's, boy, if it is, that's just kind of strange. It looked like a gnat flying around. But see, I've got a black desk, so it just kind of fades in. For a better look at my present. That one is really good, and especially to people who were in the same place as I was when I wrote it. Okay, and then one is called Beauty of the Rose. Just put Beauty of the Rose up there in the search, the little round thing. Type Beauty of the Rose on Lose Touch. It'll pop up. Most important choice. That's talking about who you marry. And then I've got one here that says, love is as love does. It's a good paper, I can tell. And then one called Destiny, one called America, the Land of the Free. And then this one is a 2-page. It might be 1.5 spaces between the lines. Anyway, it says, I have been in the other room, my bedroom, brainstorming. I thought maybe I will see what comes together on the paper. We need to make some changes in our laws, which in return would solve many problems we have. One particular law change would do wonders for the government, comma, taxpayer, comma, no, the taxpayers, comma, the economy, unemployment, families, the prison system. The end result of this one change would free up so much money. Money would flow back into the economy in many ways. Anyway, so I go on for 2 pages to write about that. And I know I've shown this one. I don't know how long ago. I'm going to try to turn it around and show it to you without trying to take it out of the book. Okay, so can you see? This is Don't Ever Give Up. And I don't know what kind of bird that is, but it's a tall bird in the swamp. And he's got a frog in his mouth. And that frog is choking that bird. Because he says, I am not going down your throat. So you got to give it to the bird. Then here's the 2-page one that I did to my dear neighbor. That was typed in 1987. So anyway, but what I really need to do is start writing again. I don't know what I would have to say now. So far, I just, like I said, I don't know. So I did the channel for selfish reasons. Reasons being, I'm supposed to be sharing. I have been supposed to be sharing the gospel. And I have, actually, I have. But I'm sure that I could do much better. Now, if you ask my daughter, she might tell you another story. Because I was always trying to talk to people about, I don't know what I was trying to talk to them about, because I wasn't trying to get them to go to church. So I don't know what I was actually really doing. But so for that, I wanted to spread the love. Spread the love around, and make people feel okay. Let them know there's a reason to be here. So you can't just go around killing yourself. So I want something good, man. I thought I saw brownies go downstairs. It's one of my favorite things is brownies. So yeah, I would be gobbling me up one if I knew I could. But I figured I better wait. I don't want to get in trouble over that. But what I'm going to have to do is buy some brownie mix and make some brownies. But then I'd probably eat them all. So that wouldn't be good either. Yes, I do have to watch my sugar intake, and I have not been keeping track of my sugars. But I am trying to keep track of taking my pills, and I did get off of metformin, so hopefully that's going to improve some things. My legs feel better, but I haven't really went outside and tried to walk very far. It wasn't letting me walk very far, and my legs were getting real tingly, feeling weak. Like, you need a place to sit down. I don't want to feel like that. But I need to go down maybe right now and go do some Zumba. I don't think anybody else is in the house but me. So I could turn on Miss Zumba pants. Yes, SpongeBob SquarePants. But nevertheless, Natasha, Zumba with Natasha. Look that up. Her music is a little bit on the weird side, but da, 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 da. I can't do it. Da, 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 da. Anyway, through it, you're walking. Okay, you're either walking, you're bringing up your knees, bringing up your feet to where you have your toes pointed down. You do 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 do. I might be going a little faster than, but I've been doing just kind of keeping up with the beat. But I can't go very far. I don't know that I even go 5 minutes. I'm doing pretty good if I can go 5 minutes. And she has a video. She might have some 5-minute videos. I'm not sure. But I know she has some 10-minute ones and 20 and 30. So just do what you can and stop. That's what I do. And it's not funny because I wish I could do more. But we just got to keep on keeping on. That's the deal, right? And then soon you find out you can do better and better. Because I did that before my surgeries, so that last surgery kind of made it hard for me. But the point is, when I started walking, I could only go a certain distance, right? I couldn't go that far. And I had to work my way up. And so I think I was lucky if I got a mile or a half a mile in the beginning. But then I was doing 3 miles continually at a time. Okay, I would only do it once a day, but I would keep going, and during a certain length of time, I found that I was doing 3 miles. And I was happy with that. But I think one day I was upset with my Papa Bear, and when I looked to see how many miles I'd walked 5. I think I was just using more steps, not necessarily more time, but more steps for the time. I don't know. And when you're doing videos while you're walking, it is a distraction, so you don't really know. And I don't know what I would have been mad about at supper. He did have occasion to get me upset. And maybe I had occasion to get him upset. Anyway, we did all right. Because people don't realize when you're not living in your own house and you're not the king of your castle and you're living under other people's there's a lot of different words came to mind and none of them really sound really great, but when it is not your place, then it's just different. I don't know how to explain it, but you're not the king of that castle. You have to abide. You see that I never really had a car or knew my way around to go out and get something. If I wanted to go get something, or maybe if I wanted to just go have a hamburger or something, I could have been able to just get in the car and go get it. but I didn't. When I finally did get the car, I didn't have it insured and registered and all that good stuff. So I finally got all that done, and then I left. Plus, I was nervous to drive where I didn't know. I mean, I did good to find out where the doctor's office was and to use the GPS to get there. And I found my way. Let's see. I knew my way to where Nancy worked because I had to borrow her car a few times before I got mine. And I would take her to work and use her car and then go back and pick her up. And then, what else? So I knew my way to where she worked, and I knew my way to my doctor's office pretty much. I mean, not necessarily really well, but I knew it a little. The GPS always got me there. So, what else? And then the little town that they live in is nothing. I mean, you just go out of the subdivision, turn to the left, and go down a mile, and you're in town. And that's cool. So, I mean, as long as you're satisfied to stay within your little town, you don't have to go very far. But I used to drive all over the place delivering flowers and delivering pizza. Now, the pizza was in a smaller town, but you find that you don't know your way around. But it's still a smaller town, so the traffic is not a problem. All those things that when you're in the city, that's a big deal. Well, there's a lot more traffic and people are just not even paying attention and doing their own thing, and there you are. I mean, how many times a day does someone try to kill you? And they don't even know it. They don't know what they did. But there you are, in their line of fire. Then who knows how many of those people are going through such bad times at home that they're under rage. They're going, and then there you are, right at the, I don't know my right words, right at the point where they want to smack. There you are, getting it. You know what I'm saying? You could be totally fucking excuse me, but you could be totally innocent and walk into a room where there's tension in the air and things are going on and you have no clue. You just walk in, la 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 la. Anyway, it's not funny. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to me. And many more. For reals, I want many more, as long as I can feel good. I was going to go ahead and take some more ivermectin, but I think I'll wait because I've done a pretty consistent job of taking it. And the horse only does it either every 6 months or every year. So I've definitely gone overboard, and I know I'm not a horse, but it's the same deal. We'd be killing some worms. Understand? I don't know how much, I don't know what the side effects are. I haven't had any problems taking it, but I think I'll just wait a little bit longer. But today would be a week. So that's another thing. I could go ahead and take it and just be doing it on a weekly basis. But here pretty soon, June 6th, I'm going to have 2 scans done. Where are we at? May 28th, I believe, is Wednesday. So May 28th, and then again the 6th. It won't be that long before I have those scans. But I have had several of those doses, so I am just going to hope and pray that wonderful things are afoot, that I don't know if it has to do with cost. I mean, I like the fact that I'm not going to have to pay those copays. There's not a copay. She said she couldn't tell for a fact, like if I was in some donut hole or something, but I don't know how that works. And I don't believe I am. But the main thing is, I just want the cancer to go away, and I want my bones to heal. I'm not sure. I just saw the doctor, and I'm going to have those scans. And I'm going in for treatment, but I'm not positive because I'm doing the IV once every 3 months. So I'm not sure what they've got going on. You watch. I took that out to show somebody and probably did not get it back. This is the scans anyway. So I'm going to have a CT chest, abdomen, pelvis. It's got a 4, only contrast. Reason breast cancer stage 4, restaging facility. Diabetic patient, it says no, but I did call and tell them that I am. But I'm wondering, which one is this? 5/8. Okay, let's put this over here. I've got to find that damn paper. I'm not going to get all upset because I know it's right here. It's April, May. Let's see, I've already done May. And I just had the shots. And then April 10th, I just had the shot. I wonder where that paper is. All right, so April 10th, this is no Zometa, and I might have wrote that. So April, no Zometa. May 8th, no Zometa. So I've got to find the paper that's got June on it. I got papers everywhere, so I'll be able to find them, I'm sure. I don't want to be taking the Zometa anymore, and I have to. However, it is the one that's building up my bones with the calcium and vitamin D. Okay. I forget, I've got to call the hospital too. I received bills in the mail, and I was not sure that I should be getting them, but I guess I was. I was told by my agent that the copay for that PET scan that I had done was $250. I'm not exactly sure what the reasoning is, but I asked them the other day about this, and they said no copays unless like I was in a donut hole or something. So, not cool, not cool. I wonder where that went. I hope I have it. Aha! Okay, here's June and July. June 5th. I go in June 5th for my treatments. And that day I'm going to do both, the IV and the shots. And see, then June 6th, the very next day is when I have my scans. And then June 26th, I see the doctor because she's going to be on vacation when I'm supposed to be there getting my treatments. When I'm supposed to be seeing her, she's going to be gone. So she wants me to come in a week early to go over my scans. That'll be on the 26th of June. And then July 3rd, I just go in and get shots. Those 2 shots in my butt. Now, I was feeling my butt earlier because it hurt. And right where they gave me those shots, it's like a lump on each side. And I know that's the medicine, or whatever it is they shot into my butt. I really don't want to call it medicine. But on both sides, one bigger than the other, there's a lump. And I don't remember that being there before. So I was massaging it, rubbing it, you know. It could be like the pocket of medicine that's seeping out over time. I know that somebody told me anyway, that it's supposed to take them a minute to get the medicine in you. They put it, stab you, and then take a minute to get your medicine in. Or your hormone blocker is what it is. I'm really not sure what it is. Flies-Ladex or something. I really don't know, okay, because that could be the other. There's 2 different things. One is the IV and one are shots. The shots are a hormone blocker. The IV is to build up my bones. And I sure hope that they're working good, because then maybe I wouldn't have to take that stuff anymore. Maybe a little while longer, but maybe not anymore. And I'm talking about the IV. But I do need my bones to build themselves up. So I don't know, but this is the paper I needed. So I need to put that back in there. What is that? Letrozole. So I started getting not all of them, but certain ones of my meds I'm getting from Optum RX. And what I need to do, there are damn gnats in here. I don't know why. I would think I had fruit or something. Okay, let's see. That's May. Okay. Just going to kind of stick these together. But then I've got to have this, okay. The orders for my scans. Oh, and I never called them. I've got to call and talk to them too. Just wondering. I think I'll just put this over here, just so that I can see it. Okay, there. Oh, Kelly, don't go away. So it's nice because right now, not having no car, I have to have other people take me to go pick it up. Or it's actually cool most of the time. I'm not on a controlled substance, so someone else can go pick it up for me without me being with them. So like on their way over here, on their way home from work or whatever. It's a pain in the butt, but they have a drive-up window. It's not that big of a deal. But it's nice to have it in the mailbox, and then nobody has to do that. I told him I still wanted to go to Walgreens if it's something urgent. If it's something I need right now, I don't want to be waiting for it to come through the mail. But like all those things that I take that are automatic, like now they've got me on a blood pressure medicine and a cholesterol medicine, and that letrozole, which is a hormone blocker. That's the pill I take every day. And then I buy the calcium and vitamin D over at Walmart. I found the right strength while I was at the store. It was wonderful. So, Anyway, 4:36. It's getting later. I should get up off my little fanny and go walk. But it is windy outside, and I'm not going to go walk outside. I would just have to be walking in the house, like a weirdo. And I don't know if I told you guys that. I probably did. But it would have been a few days ago or longer. Okay, so Dr. Barbara O'Neill. I mean, I pay attention to her, but then I find that I can't stick to it, so I don't listen to everything all the way through. But, um, worried about my legs, okay? And so I started looking up stuff on that. And then they started showing me stuff on that because that's what I was looking for. And she was talking about the fact that these little trampolines, the little ones that you have in the house. See, I tried jumping on that before, but I probably did a jump and it hurt my knees, so I couldn't do it. Well, she's saying not to do that. She said you need that, and they have them with a bar so you can hold on, but what you do is just kind of lightly bounce. And she said it's supposed to help build up your strength in your legs and also something else. Your balance, helping you with your balance. And those are two things that be going wrong when you're getting older. I need to straighten that out. So I was excited because I didn't think I could do that miniature trampoline. But you're not going to jump on it. You're just going to balance on it. And you're not jumping, you're staying connected to the, I want to say tarp, but you know what it is. I don't know what it is. Some kind of rubberized thing. But the point is, it would be nice to strengthen my legs so that I don't feel weak. And it'd be nice to get my body in shape. And yes, I know. Things are so expensive. But I have not ordered that stuff yet, but I feel like I really should. And I feel like it is worth the investment if it helps build my muscle back. So, understand? There's some things that are worth paying for. And the alternative is to pay a bloody fortune for what happens when you break a leg or what happens when you lose your mobility. There's a reason to try to strengthen my legs so that I can continue to walk, so that I can have a flourishing life. I got things to do. Relationships are come here, come there. I'm not saying it right, but sometimes relationships can be at a strange place. Like maybe people are afraid. The people involved, maybe they're afraid that something's gonna take it away. I can understand that because I feel it too. But if you don't take the chance, you have to risk breaking your heart in order to achieve that most blissful, wonderful thing. So yeah, I can see saying just forget it. I don't want to take the chance. Because I don't want to hurt. I don't want to feel all that pain. But I sure do want to feel all that love. Something I've not really ever felt. You can feel happy about things and you can be excited about things, but doesn't mean you're in love. And I think when you're in love, you're so much more worried about the other person than yourself. You know what I'm saying? I feel something's in my eye. My finger. Anyway, the point is things just change. It's a different level of this wonderful, wonderful feeling called love. Did I lose my voice? A wonderful feeling called love. I'd be so in love. Anyway, I wish I was with my children. They're doing a Jessica's the mama. And there's Carly and Madison and Shea Bear, her 3 daughters. They all went looking at wedding dresses. But see, I haven't been able to really last too long on my legs. But I sure wanted to go. That would have been sweet. But then again, that's a really wonderful thing for just the 4 of them. So she told me she'd take a bunch of pictures, I hope. And she did send me a video of the church. They've secured a church, so they're definitely getting married on July 5th at a little church really close, not far away. And it's just really cute. Perfect for a little wedding. They should have those everywhere, so someone wouldn't have to pay a bloody fortune to go there. Now, I don't know if they had connections, if I don't know if they're paying, if they just got a decent price, or if they actually had friends that own it, or what. But it's secured, because they didn't know where they were going to get married. And I was saying, get married in the park, it'll work. But what would you do if it rains? But anyway, it's wonderful. It really is. I'm excited. So I've got to be here for July 5th. And so I was just going over my appointments. I'm not sure what I have in July. What did I tell you? Did I say the 3rd? It's not important. I bet it's the 3rd because my doctor is only at that particular clinic on Thursdays. Yep. So on the 3rd, which is a Thursday. Huh? Why? Oh, that's June. I'm fixing to have a cow. Okay. Okay, all I'm doing on July 3rd is having the shots in my bottom. And then they'll set me up with more scheduled stuff then. But let's hope and pray something wonderful happens with these scans. And they're still saying that it's nuclear, so I just don't know. They're not telling me to worry about sugar. I know I've been messing with my hair. I have to pull it out from under my ears, around my ears. It's like I gotta hang it on something, and then it does something weird to my hair too. So I'm in a pickle as far as I gotta figure out my car and insurance. Yes, I should have just kept my mouth shut and just paid. Because then, but see, I just want to quit paying. If I'm not going to use it, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know what the right thing to do is, except for that. Part of me knows what I should do. Then there's this other thing that I should do. Just depends. You know what I mean? Depends on the scenario, which scenario is going to be happening. And I know that I don't want to be trying to do any work in the heat of the summer. So, I mean, July is going to be hot. August is going to be hot. September, I have a baby coming in September. Tyler's baby should be due around the 20th of September. So there's Groovy Grapes things going on. It'd be lovely if somebody would just drive me my car. But now it doesn't have insurance. But I could get insurance, I guess. I don't know. It's just something I don't even want to think about. I'll have to go get some more of what I shouldn't have. I want some more soda. I was drinking Sprite. It's pretty good. I lay my love on you. It's all I want to do. Feel brand new. Here goes my voice. Makes me feel brand new. You open up my heart. Do, 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 do. Da, da, da. I don't know what the song is, but you know what I mean. It's either you lay your love on me, I lay my love on you. It's all I want to do. I feel brand new. Okay, now I'm hot. I'm going to have to take the sweater off. I got it on because I was cold. I'm a mess. Quite the mess. All right, so I got to pull that window open. Pull my sleeves up. Next thing you know, I'll be pulling them down. So who sings that song? I lay my love on you. So I guess what I could do is look it up, huh? Google it. Oh, my head wants to hurt. I Lay My Love on You is a song by Irish boy band Westlife. It has released as the 4th single from the Wikipedia. I lay my love on you. Okay, so it's got the lyrics here. Let's see. I'm just sweating. Bad, bad, bad. Okay. So this is, I think it might be like a chorus. It says, I lay my love on you. It's all I want to do. Every time I breathe, I feel brand new. You opened up my heart. Show me all your love and walk right through as I lay my love on you. It was a beautiful thing. Wow, it's a long song too. You make me feel brand new. You opened up my heart as I lay my love on you. Well, that's sweet. Artist Westlife, released in 2000. Wow, that was a long time ago. That's way a long time ago. I must have been hearing it on something. Says just a smile and the rain is gone. Can hardly believe it. Yeah, there's an angel standing next to me, reaching for my heart. Just a smile as there's no way back. I said that wrong. Just a smile and there's no way back. Can hardly believe it. Yeah, but there's an angel calling me, reaching for my heart. I know that I'll be okay now. This time it's real. I lay my love on you. It's all I want to do. Every time I breathe. I feel brand new. You opened up my heart. Show me all your love and walk right through as I lay my love on you. I was lost in a lonely place. Could hardly believe it. Yeah. Holding on to yesterday. Far, far too long. Now I believe it's okay, 'cause this time it's real. I lay my love on you, it's all I want to do. Every time I breathe, I feel brand new. You open up my heart, show me all your love, and walk right through as I lay my love on you. I never knew that love could feel so good. Like a once in a lifetime, you changed my world. I lay my love on you. You make me feel brand new. Show me your love and walk right through. Oh, yeah, as I lay my love on you. I lay my love on you. It's all I want to do. Every time I breathe, I feel brand new. And then it says brand new, I think again. You opened up my heart. Show me all your love and walk right through. 'Cause I lay my love. I lay my love on you. I lay my love on you. You make me feel brand new. You opened up my heart. Show me all your love and walk right through. Oh, yeah, as I lay my love on you. As I lay my love on you. That's pretty long, but it's pretty nice. And here it is. But see, I'd get in trouble if I played it, so I won't play it. Just tell Alexa to play it for you, or go onto YouTube and look it up. Westlife, Westlife. I lay my love on you. Anyway, so there's a couple, three things for you to listen to. So I'll have to do that. Maybe I'll have to learn that song. I lay my love on you. It's all I wanna do. Every time I breathe, I feel brand new. You opened up my heart. Let's see, I don't have the words in front of me now. I was gonna say, and gave me all your love. Anyway, I don't know. But it's a very good song because it made me cry. Anything that makes me cry has got to be good, you know. So I guess I'll say goodbye to you people. Go ahead and get it posted, and I'm not sure what time it is, but time's getting away from me. Oh, it's only just 5. I got a couple more hours. But what I should do is go put on some breeches. I'm still in my leggings. It's like my PJs, you know. Sometimes I just put my jeans right on top of it if they'll fit. I probably already told you guys I lost 5 pounds. I've been staying at 160, you know, maybe 161 and 160, 159, whatever, somewhere there. But this last time it was I think it was 154 something. So we'll just say 155, and so I'll say I lost 5 pounds. And I know I mentioned it on here before. I just have to start eating better. and more consistently, and I haven't been doing my smoothies. I need to go do that. And I should look it up, but I think walnuts will give me protein. I wonder if they do. I'm going to be disappointed if they don't. Let me see if it'll tell me. I lay my love on you, so I wanna do. Okay, so let's go to, come on people. Nothing wants to work for me here. Okay, now what do I want to look up? I don't remember what I wanted to look up. Now someone's chiming in. Ah, there. Take that off of that and stick it over here. There. Okay, well, I don't remember just that fast. I forgot what I wanted to look up. But I think good things are coming. Good things are happening. And who knows? Great, 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 great things are going to happen. So I'm going to hold on to that. But doggone it, I was going to tell it what to look up, and I done and forgot what it was. Bummer. So I'll just go downstairs and find me something good. And I don't know if there's anything good to be had. But I need to go and buy some brownie mix because I want some brownies. I swear I saw brownies go downstairs. But they probably went for the girls outing or something because there was 4 of them. It's just, that's my favorite thing. One of my favorite things, take notice, one of my favorite things is brownies. Not cake, but brownies. And cooked just right, where all around the ridge of the edge is chewy. Nummy, 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 nums. You know, they've got those pans where you can make individual brownies so that you got a chewy edge all the way around. I don't know how hard that would be, but I think you can even get them at Walmart. You don't have to go to a Pampered Chef party to get them. I think that's where I saw them the first time, was at Pampered Chef. Well, doggone it, I wanted to look up something, I just don't know what it was. So I guess it's not all that important. And look and see where I'm at. Not my videos, you know, they're not as, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not getting as much momentum on my videos. However, just probably depends on what I got going on. Because some have more than others. Definitely. I need to exercise. I need to dance. I need to find out some stuff, like how can I do a dance video and use music and not get copyrighted because I'm using music? How do I get past that? I mean, how do I use their music? Because I would like to do that. I would have to do a workup on something somehow. I'm not quite sure. But find the favorite songs that I like to dance to and put them on a record. I mean, put them on a, not a record, on a dance video. And I could dance with all you guys. We could just do some freestyle dancing. We don't got to really do a bunch of exercises. Not like the Zumba lady. She does good. I will say she does really good. It's just I can't keep up with her. And she does say if you can't keep up, just keep walking so that you're still moving, you know, and then you'll get better as time goes on is the deal. And I know that's a fact. But anyway, I'm going to tell you guys, Sayonara. We just turned over to an hour and a half. If any of my family's watching, I love you. And then you people out there, you really are my extended family too. Just not the same, you know. But just remember, those things which I'm trying to share with you is because I'm supposed to, for one thing. And I wouldn't share anything that I don't believe. I might be a little wrong on some things, but I'm pretty close. Pretty close. So, I lay my love on you. It's all I wanna do. Every time I breathe, I feel brand new. You opened up my heart. And then I don't know the rest of it. I'm going to say, and gave me all your love. Da, da, da. That's what it was. I was going to look up. No, because that song was already there. That wasn't what I was going to look up. Opened up my heart, showed me all your love, and walked right through. Huh. And like on the last verse, it says, when I laid my love on you. Anyway, you guys have a great one, okay? I'm going to just have to say bye.